Typical day of being a CEO of Deadly Science is roll the dice, because you never know what every day is going to bring. You've got to be nimble. You've got to be able to roll with the punches.
Welcome to my office.
It is like being in a Formula One seat.
Second best team in the comp.
You're going 300 kilometers per hour. Sometimes you've got to swerve to miss a few roos.
See a koala up there?
Is that what they say now? Zen? I'm zenning myself.
I would wish it upon my worst enemies. It'll make them a better person.
Yama. My name's Corey Tutt, proud Gamilaroi man and founder and CEO of Deadly Science.
She doesn't like it when I don't watch her. She's gonna meet a boyfriend here. Nope. Want nothing to do with them.
Just $50, please.
50 bucks, stud fee or what? She's too sex though, so I'll have to get my money back. I don't think you got the joke.
I started Deadly Science way back in 2018. I was working as a STEM professional and, at the University of Sydney, and I wanted to get young Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people excited about STEM. When I was younger, I really wanted to be a zookeeper and a zoologist, and there was just little to no encouragement for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander kids. For me, growing up, my way out of poverty was STEM education. If I can make that accessible to more children out there, then hopefully we can get more kids into education, more kids into jobs, and then we can reverse some of the things that have been done to our people over the last 240 years. The bookshop here in Port Macquarie and buy some books for kids. As I go to the bookshop, I like to walk. Part of the way I practice mindfulness is I love a good bushwalk. So often I have my headphones on and I'll be talking to people whilst I'm walking. Sometimes I pick up the odd snake whilst I'm talking to people. A blue splendid fairy wren. Had a bit of a difficult morning this morning with running the business and the charity, and this is how you kind of get your mind back to a really good place so you can start focusing on the work that we do and the important work that Deadly Science does. I'll send some emails back in the office and do some work, but this is part of my job and part of living in community is that when you see an opportunity to give back to others, you've got to take it because that's the investment in yourself. He's about to shed his skin too, you can see he's a bit milky.
But that there is a bluey.
Yeah, the issues in community are not about knowledge. You know, our kids are so brilliant and so talented. Often our kids miss out on resources, they miss out on the infrastructure and the opportunities that the education system and institutions provide. Deadly Science is about facilitating the talents that our kids already have and helping them get into STEM careers. If you're able to get a STEM career or an education, you're less likely to go to jail and die young.
Yeah, we're heading out to CSU for Deadly Pathways Festival, where I'm presenting the language work I did with reptiles and connecting with young people around herpetology and STEM. These are kids from all over the Middle Coast of New South Wales, Aboriginal students. We've been doing this now for this is our 4th year, so 1 Olympic Games, which is pretty exciting.
We often push Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people towards sport and art, and they're great things, but they're not the be-all and end-all. STEM is not defined by the lab coat or who's wearing that lab coat. It's not defined by race or gender. It's defined by human observation. Humans make STEM. And naturally, we have monopolized knowledge as power. And, you know, it's really important that young people find their passion and purpose, and that's what Deadly Science is, and STEM's just our vehicle to creating change. We have such a rich knowledge system, and it's really important for young people to continue on the traditions of our ancestors, you know, who were the first innovators, who had done science and STEM long before we even had those words. Our people have been doing science for 65,000 plus years. We invented things, you know, we were the kings and queens of sustainability. None of our tools were built to break. And if you go to a department store now, everything you buy in that department store is not designed to last more than your lifetime. We have ways of caring for country through cultural fire management practices that keep country young, that stop native species from going extinct. People know that our resources are for community and by community as well. You can't build what you can't see. And the fact that kids can see in our resources that, STEM is for them makes them more appealing. During COVID and during bushfires and floods, Deadly Science was there with our resources, giving them to families. And people don't really forget that. We always have a motto, is if we want to see our kids at our best, we've got to be prepared to see them at their worst. I've had to learn how to be a CEO. It's not a natural fit for me, really. I'm a people person. It's built on relationships. One of the big things that I've done is investing in our staff. Having Aboriginal staff and a lot of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander staff, and having their knowledges in the classroom, and seeing those people thrive through the opportunities that Deadly Science creates for them makes me so proud. But they're moments that make life worth living. I get to enjoy the best and the worst of life every single day. I get to see young people thriving, and that is a really crucial and important reason to get up every morning. I don't know where we'd be sitting right here, right now, if I didn't have that purpose and drive to make every day count for someone else.
I'm warming up to play Oztag to hopefully not tear a hamstring, but this is the way we socialise. This is how I spend my week, and it's a way that I can connect with other people in the community. And I'm not the CEO of Deadly Science, I'm another player. And I started this team, it's a mix of all abilities, and we just get out there and have a bit of fun. It's a bit competitive, but we competitive lose, which is better than competitive win.
The challenges of growth is significantly hard, but we're up for the challenge. We're up to grow, to get to as many young people as we can. Obvious challenges around funding, challenges around building, effective systems. Funders want to see KPIs, they want to see kids in university, but then getting them to understand that this is a long burn. There is already kids that have been through Deadly Science that are now studying science degrees. We've got to support the whole pipeline of kids. We deal with tomorrows, not right now. And when you invest in tomorrows, there's always risk with that. This thing that we've built and we've started, and I say we because, even I'm the founder, this is a community thing. This is Aboriginal founded and led. I really want to be able to grow this thing that this thing can live without me, It can just keep being a thing for community until one day we don't need it. I don't want Deadly Science to fail until we don't need to build STEM equity, because there's so many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander kids in STEM that one day we are redundant. That is the goal. Everyone remembers Healthy Harold. I want Deadly Science to be the thing that people remember. Hey, school was a bit tough, but we had a visit from Deadly Science one day and that made school bearable. That's the goal for me. Don't be scared to create, and don't be scared to build things, because we need more young people building things and building brighter futures. Be deadly, be brave, follow your passions, and let's solve the world together.